Hello and welcome to your slow flow practice for today. The theme of today's practice is a little bit different than what I usually offer. We'll be looking into the topic of self-love and how we might express that physically and feel that physically within our bodies through the practice. So a little bit different, but a little bit the same. I hope you enjoy this one. Get onto your mat and let's get started. And as you come to your seat, let's take a nice big inhale here. Nice long exhale. Settling in. And one more time, a nice big inhale. A long exhale and close your eyes. As always, we begin with grounding in, allowing ourselves to arrive into our practice, into our body, into our breath. So every time you exhale, allow yourself to soften a little bit more, to become more internally aware and relaxed. Dissipating any obvious tension or tightness that you're witnessing. And for the start of today's practice, we'll put a question from our heads towards our heart, the center of our chest. And I'm listening into a response from your heart today. The question is this: what does this heart desire from my practice today? What does this heart desire from my practice today? And listening in to whatever is arising. Maybe it's the need for love or strength or calmness or clarity, whatever it is. And as you feel that, allow it to distill down to a single word. What is it this heart desires in a single word? And from that place, just turning it into a mantra of sorts. So I am, and then put your word in there. So something like I am strong. I am confident, whatever the word is. I am lovable. And just continue repeating that phrase, even throughout the practice, inviting the qualities and the desires of the heart into what it is we're doing today. Lovely. From this place, let's take a nice big inhale and a long exhale to sigh. And welcome again to your yoga practice. So lovely to have you here. On your next inhale, just open up your eyes, reach your arms up overhead. Take a little bit of a stretch this way and that, nothing in particular, just sort of waking ourselves up. And then from that place, we'll gently and slowly make our way up to a standing position, please. So take your time to find your way to a standing position, probably somewhere the top of your mat or thereabouts. And you arrive in standing. Let's just shake it off a little bit. So continuing with this theme of self-love. This will be a mixture of Qigong and yoga, as really how this came together for me. So begin by visualizing all the stuff that's heavy, negative, and nasty in your life. Let's pick up all that weight. Take a big inhale, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. And then let's just put it down. Hands, palms face down, exhaling, just put it down, put it down, put it down, leave it on the ground. And again, inhale, pick up anything still that's heavy, it's still kind of lingering there. Lift it up, and put it down, let it rest on the ground. One more time, any residues of stuff, inhaling, acknowledging it, and then exhaling, just letting it rest on the ground for our practice. Next, a bit of clearing. This is called physiological sighing, sort of like what children do after they're crying. It's like 2 inhales and an exhale. You know how kids cry, right? So we'll do that a little bit slower. As you inhale, one inhale, another inhale, and then exhale. Again, inhale, inhale. 2 more times. And then slowly stand back up. Just settle in, so clearing. And now let's bring in all the positivity and light, inhaling lightness, and maybe your phrase, I am lovable, and then bringing that down and pressing your hands gently to your abdomen, the lower dantian. So inhale, gathering up all that positivity, that lightness, and exhale, bringing it into your core. One more time, nice big inhale. And a long exhale. Just hold your hands there at the lower abdomen, just sensing all that positivity there. Creating a little bit of fire beneath the heart, a little bit of fire beneath the heart's desire. From this place, a joint opening, just hands relaxed by the side of your body. Roll your neck very slowly and purposefully in a big circle, keeping your shoulders down. So we're clearing up any stagnant energy that exists in the joints now is what we're up to. And then go the other way. We're trying to let energy, positivity, lightness move smoothly through our entire form. Beautiful. Start to roll your shoulders back. Maybe alternating side to side. Feels good through the upper back. And then roll your shoulders forwards, maybe alternating as I am here. I just feel that makes a sweeter sensation through the upper back. Nice. Oh yeah. And then bring your hands up. Gently interlace your fingers, wrists slightly separated, wrists really relaxed as we rotate the wrists gently. Just letting the wrists, the elbows, begin to find a sense of fluidity. And then go the other way a few times, letting those wrists roll. Nice. And then shake your hands out, dissipate any kind of stuckness in the wrists, the fingers, and start to go side to side. So here, I believe this is called tapping on the doors of life. We're gently trying to tap towards our kidney on the back, waking up our spinal column, just gently energizing the entire form. So side to side many times. I'm not counting, just sort of going intuitively through these various movements. And really I'm just listening to my own body as to what it needs. And hopefully this is working for you. All right, that feels about right there. And then pause and start to rotate your hips. Trying to mobilize our hip joints. Nice big circles, nice and slow. Waking up the joints of the hips. A few times around and around. And then go the other way. Around, around. Feel those hips moving. Getting nicely mobilized, waking up all that synovial fluid. It gets less sticky as we use movement. Bring your feet together, hands on your knees. Rotate your knees a few times, waking up our knee joints and our ankle joints a little bit here. Down and around a few times. and around a few times the other way. Nice slow warm-ups, but like I said, purposeful, trying to let energy move smoothly through our body. And then slowly rise up. Feet a little bit separated. This is called wild horse riding. Keep your feet flat, but just start to shake gently. Wrists relaxed, shoulders relaxed, hips relaxed. Just shake, shake. It's called wild horse riding. So maybe you could visualize like one of those wild ponies in the Gobi Desert, and you're riding on it. It doesn't do what you want it to do, but it's just shake, 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 shake. Keeping your heels down. Shaking off any stagnant energy. Shake, 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 shake. Well, that feels good, yeah? And then slow it down. Pause. Hands to your lower abdomen. Few breaths there. And now that we've cleared the energies, let's begin to move more into our yoga type practices. Half sun salutation. Follow along with me. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, fold forwards, bend your knees quite deeply. Let your hands touch down. Then inhale, come about halfway up as you bring your hands to your hips. And exhale to gently stand up. Inhale to fill up your lungs. And exhale, hands to the low abdomen, the dantian, bringing in that positivity again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, dive forwards, nice deep bend in your knees. Inhale, lengthen the hands to hips. Exhale to rise gently. Inhale to fill. Exhale to just bring your hands to your abdomen. And one more time, nice big inhale. A long, gentle fold. Inhale, lengthen hands to hips. Exhale, rise to standing. Inhale, fill it up. And exhale, bring your hands to your abdomen. Feet a little bit separated. Inhale your hands forwards and let your bum sink down. Pause right here. Excuse me. And so something we'll notice, maybe metaphorically, as we tend when we get into these sort of back bends, to let the ribs flare out. It's like we're giving away too much of our heart. So even here, there's a little tucking of the tailbone, a little drawing into the abdomen, feeling that fire that we've been building in the core and letting that flame live underneath the intention of our heart. So don't lose it all of the front. Tuck your ribs in a little bit, your tail down a little bit. Swimming bear. As you inhale, swoop your hands wide, reach them behind you, straighten your legs. And then exhale, palms face up as you sit down, moving through the shoulders. A couple times. Inhale. Exhale. Ribs down a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pause there. Palms face up. Keep your tail knitting down. Ribs knitting to the opposite pelvic points. Face relaxed. And then simply inhale. Stand up, hands to your hips. Take your feet as wide as the mat with your toes touching the edge, your heels turned in, moving into our hips a little bit here, rising and falling squats. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, sit down as far as you can, as long as your feet remain flat. Inhale, rise all the way up, hands to the ceiling. Exhale, sit down. Nice and slowly, inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Waking up the hips and the glutes here. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, sit all the way down. Beautiful. Pause right here. Press your knees into your elbows into your knees. Nice and tall, tail to head. Trying to find a sense of structure through the core from your spine, your tail to head, like I just said. And then from here, plant your hands in front of you, lift your bum up, and square up your feet so your toes, big toes, touch. And then sit down again, let your heels lift, bum to heels. A couple times like this. Inhale, bum up, head down. Exhale, heels lift, bum down. I call this bum to heels. A few times like that. Lifting, like a half lift, and full, and letting the heels rise, sitting. 1 more time. Lift your bum up. And exhale, bring your bum back down. Beautiful. From this place, we're up on our tippy toes. Plant your hands and step one leg, the other leg back to a plank pose. But right away, we'll drop our knees down and make it a little bit easier. Try to tone through the core again. So abdomen drawing in, ribs knitting down, tailbone down a little bit. And then from this place, we want our elbows to bend towards the back of the mat, chest more forwards, lying down. Nice. And right away, inhale to cobra. Send your heart forwards and exhale, come down. Do that again. Inhale to cobra. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Let your left shoulder drop, a thoracic twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, go down. Inhale up to your hands and knees. Take your knees a little wider and slide back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths there, keeping your knees nice and wide. Heart melting down a little bit. Enjoying a few breaths there. And moving into some prana pumps, which we did last week at the start of the practice, I believe. Inhale to come up to your hands and knees. Keep your knees wide. And here, melting heart. Let your elbows flare, your heart comes down, but your bum stays roughly lifted. And then as you inhale, shimmy forwards and press your arms to straight. Your knees are down at the back. So a half up dog. And then exhale, back and over we go. Child's pose. It makes sense eventually. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, melting heart. Inhale, half up dog, arms straight, chest proud. Exhale, back. Child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, moving energy here. Exhale, heart down. Inhale, shimmy forwards and up. Exhale, back. Child's pose. Take a few breaths there. Let things settle. Let things stay integrated. And then inhale up onto your hands and knees again. Square up your knees a little bit and step your right foot forwards in between your hands. And we'll take so if your foot doesn't get between your hands, put it between your hands. It needs to get there. So it might be a lift in place. Then take your left hand over off the mat, out to the left. Fingers spread nice and wide, palm firmly planted. And we'll take your right hand. We'll gently slide it up your inner left arm, across the upper chest. And then looking up, reach up. And as you exhale, slowly swoop that right hand all the way back down beside your left hand. And again, inhale, draw your hand up the inner arm, across the shoulder, across the chest, reach up. And exhale, swoop it down. Last one will stay. Inhale all the way up, reach up, stretch up, find a good expansiveness through the upper chest. Again, a bit of a so-called heart opener here, but not letting our low ribs flare, not giving ourselves completely away, finding a bit of containment. And then slowly, slowly bring your right hand onto your right knee, and then gently bring your left hand to your left knee. So we got a kneeling lunge. Now if that back knee is a bit irritated, put a pillow or something underneath there. But we want right hip back, left hip roughly forwards. Inhale your hands up overhead. And as you exhale, twist to the right, palms face up. Find your balance. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, twist to the right, bring your belly in, tailbone down, ribs knitting. Again, inhale. And exhale. And we'll pause this time in the twist. Let that right hand go down, left hand up. Find a bit of extension through the left rib cage here, sort of an exalted warrior shape. Exalted lunge. And then inhale, come all the way back up and over. Hands to the mat. And from this place, we'll lift your back knee, plant your hands, step back to plank pose, and then knees wide, child's pose. Take a break there. It's a lot of work for those old hips, I must say. It's good though. And then let's do the other side. Come back up, hands and knees. Get your left foot between your hands, however that's going to be. Find a good sense of extension through the front of the right hip. Right hand on the floor, pointed away from you, fingers spread nice and wide. Nice firm lean into your hand. Left hand beside your right wrist. Inhale, swoop that hand up the arm, across your chest. Reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, unwind. A couple times like that. Inhaling, opening, exhale, closing. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale, we'll bring your left hand onto your knee. Walk your right hand in. Bring your right hand onto your knee. Square up your hips. Support your back knee if you need to. Find a sense of stability here. And then inhale, hands up. Exhale, twist to the left. Palms face up. Hips trying to move to square. I have my back toe tucked here. Inhale, hands up, look forwards. Exhale, twist. Keep nice and proud through your chest here. Again, inhale. And exhale and linger in this kneeling, twisting lunge. Add a bit of a back bend. Back hand drops down, top hand reaches up. Finding that elongation through the right doors of your rib cage, the right doors of your heart, opening that up. Nice. And then slowly come all the way back up, hands down, feet back, child's pose. Let your bum sink back, head down, take a breath or two again. Alrighty, how's it going? Feel the rise and fall of your breath. Remember your intention. Keep coming back to that heart's desire. I am whatever, worthy. I am strong. I am confident. I am clear. I'm lovable. I'm whatever it is. Keep that moving. Allow that to be expressed through your entire form, through each and every pose. As you come forwards onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes. Here it comes, the dreaded downward dog. Bum up, head down, and just move your legs a little bit just to dissipate tension in your hips. And then we'll just walk our feet up a little bit, our hands back a little bit, and slowly, slowly ragdoll ourselves up to standing. And as you come to standing, take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale. And then and adjust your clothing, which I always have to do. Nice. So here, in standing, just shake it off a little bit. Hands on your hips, or about in the middle of your mat. Bend your knees, and mind if you got slippery floors underneath, but we're trying not to slip around. Jump your feet off the mat, turn your toes out, your heels in, bend your knees, sink down. So here, again, we have this quality through the core, little tucking of the tailbone, a little knitting of, say, the lower rib cage, those bones at the bottom of the rib cage, are trying to move towards their opposite pelvic point. So it's like there's an X across your abdomen. And metaphorically, this is a little bit of a burner, a heat underneath your heart to encourage the heart to express, right? Encouraging the heart to express. Bring your hands forwards, palms touching one another. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, just like we were before, draw your left fingertips along the inner right arm as you swing the arm out to the side, archer pose. And then inhale, we'll straighten our legs and bring our hands forwards. And as you exhale, slide your right hand along the inner left arm. Right elbow pulls out and you look left. A few times, archer. Inhaling, legs straighten, hands forwards. Exhale, pull the bow. Your aim is true. What's the aim? It's you. You're worthy of self-love. Exhale. If you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? That's basically the message. Inhale. Exhale. We got to start with ourselves. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Inhale your hands forwards. Exhale, hands to your hips. Square up your feet, bend your knees, and jump onto the mat. And again, side to side, just like we did at the start of the practice. Keeping the spine nice and open, keeping our feet nicely rooted. Now, let's bring a little bit of balance into our lives, our practices. Hands to your hips. Turn your right foot open, opening the right hip. And then we'll place your right foot for tree pose somewhere. Could be the ankle, little kickstand. Calf, that might work. Cross the knee joint. It's totally okay. That might work. Might fall down. Or maybe you put your foot way up high and press your foot to your leg. Feel that rooted quality in your feet, and then try to bring energy from your foot to your pelvis. So notice the core drawing in a little bit, and bring your hands to your heart. And find that calm balance here. Every exhale, there's a bit of toning, a bit of drawing in of the abdomen, a bit of lifting of the heart, but not losing at the ribs here. And then a final movement, bring your hands up. And we're connecting from the center of the earth with our bottom foot to the heavens, like a gentle magnet aligned heaven and earth here. Find that connection. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands humbly to your heart. Bring your knee forwards. Foot down. Shake it off a little bit. Let's do the other side. Same way, externally rotate your left foot, hip, and then place your foot wherever works best for you. Get a good sense of connection. Make sure that right hip behaves. Feel the earth and draw your hands up. And notice that as you exhale, again, a little bit of toning into the low abdomen here. And as you find that rooting quality, also rise, let the hands lift. And then again, that idea of being connected to the deep center of the earth and the heavens, sort of a nice sense of alignment, or aligning heaven and earth through this embodied form here, tree pose. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards. And exhale, bring your foot down. Give it a little bit of a shake. Then take a nice big inhale. And exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, just come down to your knees. And swing your legs out front. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Take a big inhale. And exhale, fold over top of those legs, just relaxing in. Letting the outer hips, inner groins, yield and soften as best you can. Relax your face, let your breath rate slow down. Oh yeah. So good. Give it maybe a little bit of a tug, not much, towards the end here. And then slowly rise up. Hold your outer knees, squeeze your knees in, extend your legs nice and long, and give them a little bit of a shake. Draw your right foot in, sort of just outside the left knee here, about 2 fist widths here. Bring both hands up and then reach towards your left foot, keeping your right foot flat. Can't grab the foot, that's okay. Grab your shin or the mat, just folding forwards and keeping that right knee drawing more in towards you as you press your foot into the floor, and your right bum cheek into the floor as well. Nice. And then slowly lean back, jump that right foot outside your left knee, and then fold your left foot in, and we'll twist. Turn to the right. I like to use my left hand to pull my knee across the body. Just proud. Squishing into the core, drawing that fire up right into the area of the heart. Nice and relaxed through your face. Nice little twist here. And then slowly counter twist the other way. Oop. And come back through to center. Extend your legs out nice and long. Give them a shake. Bring your left foot in. Left foot just outside the right knee. A bit of a gap. Hands up. Fold forwards, reach towards your foot. Can't grab the foot, no problem. Grab your shin, the mat. Fold forwards. Keep squeezing that left knee in towards your shoulder. Press your foot down, your bum down. Marichyasana prep, it's called. And then slowly, again, lean back, jump your left foot outside the right knee. Lean a little to the right as you fold the right foot in. Take your right hand, hold your left knee, pull it in, and then look over your left shoulder. This is called Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Goodness knows. Draw your belly in. Nice. And then slowly unwind and counter twist again. Send both feet out front and lie down on your back. Knees can stay bent. Flip-flop your knees side to side a couple of times. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Keep your head on the ground. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep squishing. And then slowly, both feet can come to the mat. And we'll shift your hips a little bit to the left and drop both knees over to the right. And maybe use your right hand to hold your knees down. And send your left hand out to the left as you look to the left. Reclining twist. And as always, trying to use this as a final check-in, a final diagnostic. What do you notice now? Exhaling into any areas of still, any slight sense of stuckness or resistance. Use those exhales to break through that. Relax your face. Nice. And then slowly come back onto your back, square up your hips, pause for a moment or two. And then shift your bum over to the right. Let your knees go to the left. Send your right hand out to the side, right palm face up, gaze to the right. And breathe there, noticing again what residues of stuckness or tightness or resistance exist. Try to break through those with the exhale breath. Breathing slowly and calmly here. Nice. And then again, we'll slowly unwind. And a final reset here. Both legs, both arms up to the ceiling. Hopefully you can see me. And we'll just roll your wrists and your ankles very gently and slowly in big circles one way and the other. Many clicks and snaps and pops, totally good. And then we'll just shake it off, shake your wrists and ankles, give it a shake, just like that wild horse riding. And then lie yourself down on your back. Take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale to sigh. And remain in this reclining position for as long as you need. Feel first the rise and the fall of your own breathing. Dissipating any kind of tension through your eyes, your forehead, your jaw. And then just rest into that sense of the body rising and falling. Gently shift your awareness towards the center of your chest, the area of your heart again. Notice any resistance to the movement of your breath there at the ribs, and allowing the ribs to receive and release each breath calmly. And then, as if you could smile at the heart, introduce the sense of a smile at the heart. Sense of gratitude even. And repeating that mantra that we said at the beginning of the practice. Whatever it is for you, I am lovable, I am kind, I am strong, whatever it is. Repeating that, nourishing yourself with your heart's desire today. And as that settles in, let's take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale. And on this special day today, may your heart's desires come true. Loving yourself so that we may love others. Thank you so much for practicing with everyone else today. Namaste. What was that? That was giving ourselves a Valentine, I think. I don't know, we used to get them in school. I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but it used to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Patricia. That's very kind of you. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you, Liz. Good to have you here. Yes, the practices I offer basically out there for free, and if there's some value or benefit to you, it's really it's a practice, a gratitude practice. If you did find some benefit, then your donation is an expression of your gratitude, your thankfulness, and I really do really appreciate that. And it does support those that perhaps are less able to pay for yoga as well. So that's what this is how this whole forum works. Natalie, thank you. Liz, thank you. You guys are great. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, CJ. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Jess. I've been recording this one, and again, I'll probably have it up in the next day or two. Oh yes, happy V-Day, exactly. Yes. Yeah, take care of your own hearts. That's where it starts, right? It's not giving it away. It's like, start with you. Yes, Liz. So nice. So good to see this small community evolving here as we practice every Tuesday at this time. Isabella, thank you so much. Very kind. Yeah. Who was it? I think there was someone last week was asking for some neck strengthening exercises. So I had planned to do it today, but then realized we were running a bit slow on time. So probably next week we'll come back to the mobility theme and work in the strength building or mobility building aspects of the practice. So if there's other, Patricia, yes, I'm glad that you found them there. That's really great. I've noticed that slowly but surely the quality of my recordings are getting better. So I know that poor quality recordings can be a bit of an obstacle, but slowly making improvements there, and a lot of that thanks to people donating on this platform. I've been able to afford to get some better equipment and so forth. All right. I hope you have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Big love to each and every one of you. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and do take care of yourselves.